Power to the Patients, new project. What did we just say about it though? Why Power to the Patients? Why that title? It's a variation on Power to the People, obviously, but who are the patients? The patients that are using cannabis in this case. We're talking about medical cannabis users right now in dispensaries in Vancouver, and how we're here at a dispensary right now even. And I'm sitting here with somebody that's curing their cancer right now. Somebody that just took a dab of shatter. And this is my girlfriend. And we're starting a new project right now called Power to the Patients. And we're sitting in a lounge in Vancouver, and YouTube is probably going to steal the fucking sound off this video because of what's playing in the background. But if it does, I'll just have to write it up on the screen for you guys. And Project Power to the Patients is about the medical cannabis users in Vancouver, BC, Canada right now who are suffering because, well, let's not get into it. Let's stay philosophical on this because there's just something wrong with the system right now. I can get into that details on that later, and I'm uncovering that as I go and learn. But the outcome is that people who are curing diseases and treating diseases and preventing diseases, therapeutic users, let's not even talk about anyone that wants to use for other reasons, but people who are using for medical reasons are suffering, and I guarantee you that they are dying, or some will die because of this, and it's not acceptable anymore. It has to be ended now, and I'm determined, bound and determined right now to do what it takes in my lifetime, and far sooner than that, because I'm fighting for my girlfriend's life right now, because she's treating cancer, and I want her to make it. I don't want this to be the reason that I lose her. So I'm so determined, like nothing before, literally, to be a part of the change that's coming, and I can feel that it's coming, and we're making headway, and there's amazing things that have been happening in Vancouver, but I'm going to be a part of this, not for myself, and not even for my girlfriend, but just because it's the right thing to do. I feel it, and I'm here, I can do something, and I am doing something, and I'm going to do something big, and it's only about the patients for me. We can talk about other things later, but we have to start making demands, and I think we're in a position to start making demands because we have so much research now to back it up. So the tide is turning on that, and there's no doubt in my mind after having done the research on this topic, and I can talk about that more as well too. I'm going to do a major video on that very soon. And I'm excited about that project that I've been working on for a few weeks with my girlfriend. First of all, one of the demands that we have to make is there's no more prohibition on cannabis research ever again. There's any legit research, and we can figure out what that is or whatever, I guess, but legitimate research cannot be prohibited anymore.
We also can't deny the current research that we have.
Exactly.
We do have lots of good studies published. And the evidence is mounting.
Oh yeah, good peer-reviewed journals, respected universities all over the world. It's amazing that you can go out on the streets of Vancouver still, even a very informed place, I believe, generally speaking, and talk to people, and you can say stuff like cannabis treats cancer cells, and their jaw drops, and they say things like, you should be careful what you say, that's not it. We literally had a lady come up to us and said, pointed at the sign, and she said, that's not appropriate. You can't talk about cannabis curing cancer. Oh, yes, we can. I said, please stop and talk to us, I said.
Because we can tell you how.
Yeah, we can tell you how we are doing it right now. And
just a few simple mechanisms like reducing apoptosis of tumor cells, inhibiting angiogenesis so that cancer cells don't spread.
Explain that slightly. How cannabinoids help the body target cancer cells for natural, regular destruction, which is what they lack normally in cancer. They just cannot be told to die, so the cancer grows.
Yeah. Well, we know that we have cannabinoid receptors on many cells in our brain and body, so when we get cancer cells, like for example glioma in the brain, then it also has cannabinoid receptors. So when you use exogenous cannabinoids, it binds to those receptors and it tells the cancer cells to self-destruct. Yet it tells the healthy cells to, well, it's a neuroprotectant for the healthy cells.
Yeah.
So
it protects any cell that's healthy. It sounds magical, and it sounds like we're oversimplifying it, and we are oversimplifying it. It is more complicated than this.
It's a Reader's Digest version. Yeah.
Absolutely, but that is essential. There's no trickery with that summary. That's the real deal. That is, it really does cure cancer. It really does treat the symptoms of cancer. It really does prevent cancer even from happening. And that is also true of many other diseases, and we're going to totally go into all that in another video. And another one has to be no more prohibition on cannabis for medical use. And that term can also be debated and decided upon what it is, I guess, or whatever. But in principle, that is not allowed. You can't do that anymore.
And we have to recognize that unfair regulations are just a hidden form of prohibition.
Exactly.
When you have bad regulations that don't benefit the children, even harm the children, and harm the patients and restrict the patients' accessibility when they have disabilities, it's wrong. So we need to change.
That's right. And the two of us are both for the legal record, which is a ridiculous thing to have to say, but you can get videos taken down, or worse things happen to you if you don't say things like this. But we are both legal medical users, and we'll go into that in another video as well, because this is a huge topic that we have been tackling lately in our lives for the past good couple of years, as we have been ill and going through a self-evolution, basically, to heal ourselves and to get through. And it's amazing what we've accomplished, and the stories of that will also come out. This is just a video introducing, I guess, other videos, it sounds like. But as you can tell, I have consumed some cannabinoids today, and feeling really good, and in general feeling really good, feeling better than I've ever felt in my life. I can't believe I may be uploading the audio for this. Can you believe that, Mike? Anyway, let's continue.
I say don't deny the research that's out there. Stop saying that you have the research when you don't show it, and saying that we don't have the research when we can show it.
And this is going to probably fly, I guess, with certain people, but the cancer societies of the world have to be discredited for the most part.
Unless they accept cannabis.
The corrupt ones. Yeah, unless they have accepted the fact that cannabis does at least treat cancer. Like, there's no doubt that it even cures cancers. But they won't acknowledge anything. They won't even talk about it. So that is corrupt to me, and I don't think they should be supported if they're corrupt. And City of Vancouver's regulations, or at least proposed regulations, are just going to hurt the patients, and already have, because here we are sitting and we had to get special permission. We're not going to say where we are right now because we had to get special permission to do a dab here. We had to make sure no one was around when we did it. No other patients and none of the staff. Just one of the staff members let us use the device to do it. And that's also a good idea for another video too later, talking about how dabs are done, just showing a dab, showing shatter what it is. It's just pure concentrated medicine. All it is the cannabinoids out of the plant. So there's no more plant. It's just cannabinoids. It's just like a little sticky, gummy stuff. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a scary thing. It's not something that needs to be stigmatized anymore. There's no harm being done. It's liberty, and that's part of the message I'm trying to get included in all this, is liberty. We have to talk about it more. It's not weird. It's not nerdy to put liberty on a sign and hold it up in front of City Hall. And I'm doing that. I'm trying to get the message out there. It's not weird. It's not wrong. It's not bad. People who are doing it are doing good things. It's amazing the things that are happening here right now, and I want to show a little bit of it to you too in other videos, just how awesome it is, how incredible it is. So good, so healthy, so revolutionary. And I don't want to lose what we've got here in Vancouver, and we will be a model for the rest of the world when it happens. So I have an ability to be involved. The two of us do. Open your mind and do the research for sure, because I will present you some good studies and then you can decide for yourself. That's been my finding. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you my experiences, what I'm seeing going on here in Vancouver. It's real for sure. And it's time not to be ashamed about that at all. Not at all. No more shame at all. No more stigma. We have to normalize cannabis at the very least, if not the concept of people being allowed to medicate the way they want. That's not harming others, it's liberty, and it's just basic. And we're making those demands right now. This is the beginning of a really cool series, Power to the Patients. And if you're not into it, right on, just get out of the way. And it's going to be an amazing time. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.